Hey, everybody, off the Mike Sports Network here. One of the more strangely and bizarrely um, topics, one of these weird topics that just swept the internet over the weekend with these bowl games. Like, because we've had this conversation. I've covered college sports for the last 6 years, and bowl games have become very interesting because now with the expansion of the college football playoff, name, image, and likeness, all this other stuff, the transfer portal, a lot of crazy stuff going on in college athletics. Um, but one thing I've liked about name, image, and like this, and this different age and this more professionalization of college football is a lot less student athletes are opting out of bowl games to prepare themselves for the NFL draft. And one of those names was Cam Ward, who's going to be a top one or two quarterback taken in the NFL draft. My Cleveland Browns may be interested in taking him. You can go watch another video of my Browns thoughts from this week to talk about, what I think in terms of circumstances. If I think that's the right move, that's neither here nor there. You can honestly go check that out here on the channel, but I that's not really the subject of this video. But the point is, so Cam Ward played in the Pop-Tart Bowl on Saturday. First of all, Pop-Tart Bowl is honestly the best non-CFP game out there. Best non-CFP game out there. They have an edible mascot. You have a toaster in the trophy. You have sprinkles on the sideline. The Pop-Tart Bowl rules, okay? That is amazing. It's awesome. So Miami's playing Iowa State in this bowl game. It's an exciting first half, a ton of points. Cam Ward plays the first half. I think they put up like 30 plus points or something like that. It was crazy. It was an insane first half. It was awesome. And then Cam Ward doesn't come out for the second half and sits out the second half. And a lot of people were like, Cam Ward quit on his team. And I don't understand this. And they're saying, oh, it questions him as a teammate. I was like, wait a second. All you guys 5-6 years ago were mad when these guys were sitting out whole bowl games. So a guy plays a half because he's getting a record for, I think it was an ACC, it was some record he gets out of this, which is great. I mean, he set a lot of records in terms of FBS because he had played multiple years of college football. Good for him. If you paid attention to this channel, I've spoken glowingly about Cam Ward. I think he's an awesome kid. I've been around him multiple times when he was at Washington State when I covered the Pac-12. He's a great kid. Great, very positive energy. Gotten to interview him a couple times. He is a wonderful, and you know what? Hey, with that personality, I would love to see him in like an organization. Maybe if that's the Cleveland Browns. In terms of football talent, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be the type of guy that, people expect, like these first round, these top quarterbacks are expected to be at this level now with, the success of Jaden Daniels and CJ Stroud in the last couple of seasons. But the one thing that bothered me the most about this is people were just looking for hot takes and clicks and saying that Cam Ward quit and, this should affect his draft stock. He's a bad teammate. His teammates needed him out there and he was only worried about his records. I was like, first of all, this bowl game is an exhibition. It's the Pop-Tart Bowl. Guys, it's the Pop-Tart Bowl. You're playing for a trophy that has a toaster in it. It's fun, but it doesn't mean anything. And Cam Ward had a record to play for, which was great for his legacy. And Miami, people forget this. Miami had something to figure out later down the road. Emory Williams, their backup quarterback, they got to figure out, hey, do we need to go into the portal and grab another guy like a Cam Ward like we did last year? Do we need to do that? Or is Emory Williams our guy next season? So they had to figure that out. So Cam Ward had nothing to prove. He had nothing else to play for. And also, hey, do you want to risk him getting injured like a Jalen Smith and risk him, potentially, like he's got to look out for himself. I understand that. But also Miami's got a responsibility to protect him as well. So I'm not blaming Mario Cristobal in this at all, who I've had questions about as game manager. I think Miami played this the right way. And people who are just making out Cam Ward to be this villain, there's been NFL draft analysts who say him sitting out that second half, and they ultimately lost the game 42-41 to Iowa State. They only scored, I think, 3 points in the second half or something like that. For those, there were draft experts, Daniel Jeremiah, a bunch of people who cover the draft saying this is going to not have one iota of impact on Cam Ward's draft stock. He is still going to be one of the top quarterbacks taken in April in the NFL draft. Whether it's him or Shedeur Sanders, this is not going to have an impact on it at all. But what really bothered me about this is everybody was just looking at the individual thing and saying, oh, he tried to go for a record and then he quit on his team. Guys, it's an exhibition. It's an exhibition. If this were a regular season game, like, and Miami's trying to go for the ACC championship, like if this was against Syracuse, I totally understand it. This is the Pop-Tart Bowl. It's a Pop-Tart Bowl. It's the last game of the season, and Miami's got bigger fish to fry because they've got to figure out if they've got the answer at quarterback or if they have to go into the portal like they did with Cam Ward to redo this again, because that's the nature of college football. You've got to understand your personnel and you've got to move in like a pro mindset. So I totally get it from a Mario Cristobal perspective. I don't think that this was 100% Cam Ward's decision. They just want to, hey, we're going to give you as much playing time as you can. And it's like, guys, you guys were all mad at Christian McCaffrey and Leonard Fournette a handful of years ago for backing out of their entire bowl games and quitting on their teams when they were exhibitions. Now, guy goes out there and actually plays a half with his team and you're mad? You can't have it both ways, guys. Come on. Let's get real here. Like, it's ridiculous to me to, just turn this guy out to be some sort of villain because Miami was trying to do the right thing by him to protect him in his health. They were trying to do the right thing in terms of their future. Also, Cam Ward didn't have his basic receivers who had all were not playing in the game or had opted out. Like, guys, and again, I will say this for the third time in this video. This is not the Rose Bowl. This is not the CFP. Miami was playing in the Pop-Tart Bowl. You want to know why? Because they didn't win their conference. They didn't get into the playoff. So they're playing in the Pop-Tart Bowl. And Cam Ward was playing in it for a half. Be grateful for that. And he got a record, okay? Miami didn't win the game. It doesn't mean shit, okay? So y'all got to calm down, okay? Anyway, I will talk to you guys real soon. We'll have a lot more content. Hit that subscribe button. Happy New Year to all those who watch. Appreciate y'all for, subscribing here, listening to my wrestling banter and my sports content. It's been a lot of fun this year. We're going to have a bigger and better 2025. Excited about it. We'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye-bye.